No one wants to advance. No? But when it comes to the world, everyone wants to advance things that the world can offer. For what? Just for a Muslim or for a murid? For a murid, basic? There's no basic for murid. Good. What are the manners then? For Jumma, for entering Jumma, so much of it is already structured. We just have to go inside the structure. Like what, for instance? Jumma begins what? Thursday night. What do we have Thursday night? Zikr. It's finished. Now, to prepare for Jumma, in the old days, physically they prepare during the Asr time, before Maghrib, before Jumma enters. Not like people last minute, half an hour before Azan is calling, they're taking a shower. No. Physically, you have to clean yourself first. So Thursday, before the Maghrib time, they've already cleaned themselves. Now what does it mean when you clean yourself? You enter into a different mode, different space. And there is a specific way, of course, that you clean yourself. You clip your nails, your hair, this and that, you clean. Now, you are preparing for Maghrib to enter. You're already pulling yourself back from the busyness of this world. You're entering into a sacred time, a holy time. It is so holy that Allah is saying it is holier than the two Eids combined. Jumma, Friday. So now you're looking forward. Thursday, by Thursday, everything starts slowing down. Asr time, there's nothing else except for you to prepare yourself for your Lord. You clean yourself, you wear your nicest clothes, you start making some zikr, you start making some tafakkur, preparing yourself to be in the mode for what? For zikr. So now when the zikr comes, you're already in that station. You're already in that mode. You listen to the sohbat. Now Thursday night, you know, it's a very holy night. Maybe I'm going to pray a little bit before Fajr time. Maybe I'm going to wake up to pray tahajjud. Maybe I'm going to do some extra zikr. So that continues now. Then when Jummah time enters, in the morning time we pray Fajr. We make things different. You go to the maqam, you come back, you're supposed to relax now. You're supposed now to spend time free, not to be thinking about the dunya too much. If there's no real responsibility, not to be able to. If you have responsibility, you can't help it. That's something there. So now you start preparing yourself for the prayer. You sit before the Imam comes. There is a specific hadith, Prophet ﷺ is saying, the one who came, say for example, I give paraphrasing, say for example he comes 2 hours before the Imam, it is as if he has sacrificed a camel and he's fed it to the poor. This is that much blessings. What does it mean now? You come early when there's nobody there, just to wait in anticipation to pray to your Lord and to be with Him. Now you sit and you make some zikr. You're just being there quiet. That although Jummah, it is a day of gathering, but you start by gathering yourself together. You are not in your workplace, at home, problems, you understand? Issues, stress. You're gathering everything together. You say, quiet now. I'm going to be quiet. Gathering yourself all together, and you're going to make zikr to remember your Lord now. You're going to think a little bit. You're going to read some Quran. Then when the time comes, everyone is going to gather together. After our zikr, after our Jummah, we have what? Sohbat. And we have tea. We have some sweets. Just like Eid. It's just like Eid. And if somebody asks you how you celebrate your Jummah up there, say exactly the same way we celebrate Eid. We come for prayers, we hear the khutbah, we sit down and we have tea. Then we listen a little bit, we ask some questions a little bit. And we are here not talking about the world at all, but we're here trying to make our spirit to be happy. Trying to feed our spirit. I'm not going to say the worship that you have to do. so much that when your heart should be working, whatever worship you can do, you do. You understand? Which means that now you cannot start preparing for Jumma on the day of Jumma. You have to prepare it way earlier. You have to prepare it days ahead. Your whole week now has to be structured towards that Jumma. The same way that the secular world, they structure the whole week according to the Saturday or that Sunday, that weekend. The believer structures his whole week according to that special time when his Lord says, be in my presence, all together. Understand? So many things you can do. You can read, you can make charity, you can visit the sick, you can go to the cemetery. However, you make it. But important is you gather yourself together. You don't leave yourself here, here, here. You just be present in front of your Lord. You don't leave your heart somewhere else.
That seems to be the difficulty of breaking the weekly routine, mentally especially.
As with everything else, if you don't practice, if you don't do it, you will not succeed. Nobody ever waits for a miracle to happen for food to appear on their table. They know that they have to study, they have to work, they have to get money, and they have to buy, and they have to cook, and it appears. Nobody thinks that it has to be miraculous. Why are we thinking that our nearness to Allah has to be a miracle? That there is no effort on our part? Who is teaching us this? No prophet taught us this. No holy person taught us this. The world is but a reflection of the heavens. If we have to put in some effort to live in this world, we have to put in some effort to be able to make our way back to paradise as well. So you start, that's why I'm saying, you don't start like on the day of Jumma, you don't start on Thursday, you're going to start before that. You train yourself. Is that training not given to us? It's given to us, isn't it? How many times? No. It's given to us every day. Correct or no? Every day, at least 5 times a day, it's given to us. Don't we worship 5 times a day? That 5 times a day, you discipline yourself. Now this time is my time for my Lord. I'm just going to thank Him and be with Him. But I have to do this. You have to train yourself now. Push everything away to be with your Lord. Every day, 5 times you're training yourself to be. Now, if you are not training yourself these 5 times, you can pray 50 times a day. You're always going to be busy. You're praying, but your mind and heart is circling everywhere else. Now, of course, your Jumma is going to be finished then. But if you're learning what the ego is, and you're saying, okay, I'm praying, now my ego is attacking me. Now I must try to stop. At least, if I can't stop, I'm going to say, Ya Rabbi, I'm asking for your forgiveness. I'm a weak one. You acknowledge it. But you are training yourself 5 times a day. Now, how is that going to be difficult for Jumma? We have to understand what is given to us on the day of Jumma. So this is all not doing things as a ritual, but understanding that there is a meaning behind it. Not praying 5 times a day just as a ritual, but understanding there is a meaning to it. As the Prophet says, ﷺ, he says, if you are very dirty and there's a river in front of you, that if you jump into that river and you come out clean, wouldn't you want to do it? Yes, we would. That river is the salah, is the namaz. That every time we enter into a prayer, the sins and the wrong things drop from us like the leaves from a tree. We are shed. We become clean again. If you believe what the prophets believe, but people believe what the ego and shaitan believes, you understand? And that time, you'll see a difference. Like I said, that time is not the amount of things that you do, but the sincerity of what you're doing it. Yes, that time, the Shaykh understands your sincerity now. But if you've been here 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, He's not just looking at the sincerity. Now your action has to reflect on that sincerity. If your action is not reflecting that sincerity, then there is some interruption there. And it is his duty for you to understand what that interruption is and to remove it. You understand? Now, that's why we may say, this is wrong, this is wrong. And we may scream at even small things, because it's always, when you reach to that high level, it is the small steps that you make that are wrong that you come crashing down. It's not the big steps. And it is to make everyone not to be in ghaflat, in heedlessness, to be awake and to be alert and to be aware. This much is enough, inshallah. وَمِنَ اللَّهُ التَّوْفِيقِ الْفَاتِحَةِ.